The 6th edition TCO is upon us, and it is almost time to say farewell to the 5th edition task list. And what does that mean for those of you preparing to take the exam between now and or after the transition? I think there are 3 categories of specific needs. We've got the 5th edition folks hoping to pass before the transition. And obviously with the limited amount of time and the month in between the takes, there is no longer the luxury of multiple opportunities. So that means your studying should be even more intensive and thorough to be safe. But this is totally possible. Now, if you've got the 5th edition PTB study manual, it is absolutely feasible to consume all that content in time. And we've got one more prep workshop based on the 5th edition left this year. So if you haven't tried that before, this would be a great way to ensure that you do everything that you can to just get it done, before the end of the year. Now, for those of you prepping under the 5th edition, but not necessarily sitting till next year, or you're worried that you'll have to sit next year, just keep in mind that the exam will be based on the 6th edition TCO. Yes, even though you fall under 5th edition requirements. If you're wondering what you should do with all those 5th edition materials, well, here's the good news. The science hasn't changed. So all that 5th edition knowledge, that's not going to go to waste. Sure, there's going to be some things that you've studied that won't be on the new exam, and that's okay. And of course, there'll definitely be new content, but to help you navigate that, we've got this crosswalk, and that's gonna help connect the task list and the test content outline, and it's just a great supplement for those 5th edition materials because it's gonna tell you what is new so that you can add those new topics to your current materials. If you already have the 5th edition study manual, then this is going to be totally fine and totally useful with the new TCO, but you're going to have to supplement it with the new information. If you're considering buying the new 6th edition ABA exam study manual, here's the thing, it's a whole new manual. So not only does it have the needed new stuff, it has all new stuff. So that can be super helpful. Of course, there are a ton of benefits in upgrading, but again, there are ways to use the 5th edition material. It's just gonna require a little extra legwork on your end. And finally, those of you who have been patiently waiting for 6th Ed study resources, they're here, and you'll be able to utilize any of our signature products, which will all be now based on the 6th edition test content outline. You got this.